In the quiet dawn of the world, Adam and Eve began a new chapter of life beyond the garden. Eve gave birth to her first son and said softly, "I have gotten a man from the Lord." Genesis 4, verse 1. She named him Cain, and later another son was born, Abel, his younger brother. Cain became a tiller of the ground, turning soil and planting seeds, while Abel became a shepherd, tending gentle lambs beneath the sun. Two brothers, two paths, both blessed by the same Creator. As the years passed, both brothers brought gifts to the Lord. Cain brought fruit from his harvest, and Abel brought the firstborn of his flock. And the Lord looked with favor upon Abel's offering because it came from a heart of love and faith. But Cain's gift lacked that spark of trust. His heart was troubled. And the Lord said gently, "If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?" Genesis 4, verse 7. But envy took root, a quiet shadow in Cain's heart. One day, Cain spoke to Abel, his brother. And when they were in the field, Cain's anger grew. The sun hung heavy in the sky, and in a moment of jealous fury, Cain rose up and struck his brother. The earth fell silent. Abel's blood touched the soil, the first sorrow of mankind. Then the Lord called to Cain, "Where is Abel, thy brother?" Cain answered, "I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?" And the Lord said, "The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground." Genesis 4, verse 10. The world itself seemed to weep, for innocence lost and love betrayed. God told Cain that the ground would no longer yield for him. Cain trembled, afraid he would be hunted. But even in punishment, the Lord showed mercy. He placed a mark upon Cain, not of shame, but of protection, saying, "Whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold." So Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, dwelling in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Time passed. Cain had a son, Enoch, and built a city in his name, the first city ever known. His children made music, crafted tools, and shaped the world. Yet the shadow of violence grew among them as one named Lamech boasted, "I have slain a man to my wounding." The story of Cain's line was one of skill and sorrow, of human greatness mingled with brokenness. But the story did not end in darkness. Eve bore another son, Seth, whose name meant appointed. And Eve said, "God hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel." Through Seth's line, people began to call upon the name of the Lord again. Hope was rekindled, like dawn after a storm. This is the book of the generations of Adam. Adam lived a long, long life, 930 years. And through him came sons and daughters, each carrying the breath of life God first gave in Eden. Among all of Adam's children was one who shined bright in faith, Enoch. He walked with God, the Bible says, and was not, for God took him. Enoch's life was like a melody of trust, a gentle reminder that friendship with God is life itself. Generations filled the earth. Methuselah, the oldest man who ever lived, 969 years. Fathers taught their sons, and stories of Eden were passed down like whispers of glory. But sin still lingered in the hearts of men, and God's plan was quietly moving towards something greater. Then came Lamech, who had a son and called his name Noah, saying, "This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands." Genesis 5, verse 29. Noah's birth was like a promise, a breath of mercy for a weary world. And so from Adam to Noah, the story weaves a golden thread through joy and sorrow, sin and mercy. Each name, each moment reminds us, even when hearts wander, God's love never lets go. The story of Cain and Abel is not only of anger and loss, it's a lesson of mercy, of choice, and of the endless reach of grace. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a blessed day.